So you need a new daily. You're looking on the market, you're like, I need something that's reliable. I need to get good gas mileage. I need something that can hold a few things. I got the car for you. 1994 Honda Civic Delsol. And here's why. Okay, I've been driving this car for over a year now. I bought it as a daily. I was looking at Civics, I was looking at Forester wagons, looking at everything. Came across the Delsol and I thought, that's the car. That's the one. And you're saying to yourself, Scooch, you can't daily a Delsol. It's not possible. It's not big enough. It only holds 2 people. I need something big. I need something better than that. I need that. I need an SUV, or I need a sedan, a mid-size sedan. No, you don't. Let's be real here. 9 times out of 10, when you're looking at a daily, you are looking at something that's, like I said, fuel efficient and gets you from A to B reliably. You don't necessarily need a ton of room. Now, yes, if you're if you've got a family of 4 and you've only got 2 cars in the house and you need something that can pick the kids up and cart them around back and forth, that's fine. I get that, okay? But for a lot of people out there too, you also are looking at cars that are just dailies. Like maybe your other car is, maybe you have maybe you've got something else in the garage that's your toy, that's your weekend car, whatever it is. And you're a single guy, you're a single girl. You don't need all that extra space. You don't need any of that. You just need something that's gonna get you from point A to point B without exploding, okay? And first off, we all know that's gonna be a Honda. Most of the time, it's gonna be a Honda that's gonna do that the best. So yes, this car only holds 2 people, but you don't need to hold more than 2 people. You're going from your house to work. You've got another car. You've got friends. Your friends have cars. You can take theirs. You don't need to worry about having extra space. And for me, it's true, I didn't need the extra space. I've got the STI. If I need to cart more than one other person around, I take the STI, it's that simple. But just real quick, let me show you the trunk space on this thing. Now it's a mess right now, but this just goes to show you how much space is actually in here. This garage is dimly lit, so we're gonna light this place up a little bit. I got a backpack in there, I got tools, I got a snow brush thing, and some PB Blaster, because you never know when that's gonna come in handy. But seriously, it's a pretty sizable trunk, and roof goes on these rails. So when you're feeling a little frisky, you just take the top off on the way home. It's fantastic. It's great. There's nothing wrong with this car at all. It gets like 25, 30 miles to the gallon if you drive it easily. It's a blast to drive because the top comes off and it's a 2-door. We all love 2 doors. I don't care who you are. The car is great, okay? It's reliable, it's a Honda. It's not gonna break on you. You can take it to Redline 6 times a day and guess what? It's gonna take it. It doesn't care, it loves it. It's a great automobile. It's got 2 little cubby things behind the seats so you can put your phone there because there's nowhere else to put the phone unless you got like a magnet for the dash. It's got more legroom than my STI. That's a well-known fact. Got my little masks there for the, don't mind that for the virus. The seats, they're comfortable, they're plush. They're actually phenomenal. I'm not making that up. They are great seats in this car. That's why everybody takes these seats out and puts them in other Hondas, because they're so comfortable. They actually hold you in. They're not painful on long drives. I used to drive the car over an hour every single day to work. It's great. Now, yes, would I recommend a 5-speed in traffic? Probably not, because you don't really, nobody wants to deal with that. Doesn't matter how light the clutch is. The 5-speed in traffic is not a good time. So I didn't have to ever take it really in heavy traffic. If I had to, I would. I probably would just suffer through it. I did that for a long time in the Subaru. I actually had to take it into Boston every single day and sit in heavy traffic. And it was brutal, but you do it. But like when I was taking this into Rhode Island, it was just smooth sailing right down 146 with no issues. Now, if you're not from here, you don't know where 146 is, but it's a really just open highway. Not a lot of people use it that time of day. Just goes into Rhode Island, it's fine. So that's the point I'm making, is that you can daily a 2-door. My dad works with a guy, okay? He buys a new Corvette every 3 years. And by new, I mean like another Corvette, and replaces his current one. And he typically spends like 15 to 20 grand, and then he sells it for like 15 to 20 grand, and he just drives it back and forth to work. He drives it through New England winters to get to his job. Everything. It's great. You can daily a car like this. It's possible. And yeah, he's looking at C5s and things like that. I don't know if he's ever worked up to a C6 yet, but like, he's been doing it for years. Buys one, sells it, buys another one. Never loses much money. That's pretty good to me. And the Delsol is a prime example of that. It's a vehicle that you're gonna purchase, and you're really never gonna lose your shirt on it, because it's always worth money if you keep it nice. These are becoming very difficult to find, especially in good shape. And if you have one, like myself, the car is always gonna be worth something. Just make sure you keep it up. Do the oil changes. Do the recommended maintenance. Wash it, which is something I need to do. I haven't washed this car in like a month. It's pretty bad. It needs to be washed. Okay? I'm telling you, Delsol is a great daily driver. I should know, been doing it for over a year, and it's been wonderful day in and day out. I got the top off 3 times a week, going to and from work. I get good gas mileage. It's fun to drive. The vision. Let me tell you about the vision on this, okay? You can see out of this thing. Mind-blowing, right? All right, pop a little squatty in here. Look at this. Great visibility all the way around. Actually, that pillar is kind of problematic. But you can just ignore that, because the rest of the car is great, okay? I'm telling you, this thing is phenomenal. Back window goes down, okay? That's a great feature to have. It's like a oddly placed sunroof. Like, it's like, you know, sunroofs provide the perfect amount of airflow, like without it being too much or too little. That's what the back window's like. You roll it down, it's the perfect amount of airflow. It's like just enough. Let a little bit of breeze in the car without getting too chilly. The horn. It's double buttons. Double buttons. That means you can do this. Wicked fast. The Delsol's a great automobile. I could sit here and rave about it all day. But the truth be told, this one's got 220,761 miles on this thing. It's never given me any issues, knock on wood, somewhere. I don't know, there's gotta be wood in here somewhere. Oh yeah, I stuffed these seat covers behind there to hide them, and now they're still in the shot, sorry. So what I'm trying to say is, the car is a Honda, so it's reliable. The top comes off, it's a 2-seater, it's 2-door, it's a little more fun to drive, and it gets good gas mileage. It's the ultimate daily driver if you have another car. If you only have the one car, probably would not recommend a Delsol unless you're that bold. It does have more storage room than a Miata, hands down. So like, if you drive a Miata, then you're gonna love the Delsol. But if you've got if you got a family of 4, or a family of 12 or 16 or whatever, however big your family is, and you have a second car, it's doable. If you're just looking for something that's a beater, this is the ultimate beater car, because they're harder to find. They're always gonna be worth something. They're not really going down in value. You might spend a little bit more, but you're also getting something that probably for the most part was just driven in the summer months. So the car's been preserved pretty well. And that's a huge bonus too. If you live in somewhere like New England, and you're looking at Civics and stuff like that, come on. It's rotted out. It's gonna be driven through all the crap and sludge and grime, and it's not good. This is the car. This is the car that you want. And I know that because I have one. And I love it. Now, with that being said, if this video doesn't make you just want to rush out to your nearest junkyard and pick one of these bad boys up, then I don't know what will. Because it really, I mean, all kidding aside, okay, if you need something that's good on gas and that's gonna get you around without any issues, and you don't have, like I keep saying, you don't have, to cart other people around in it, it really is a great car. Now, it might be a tough sell on the wife if you've got one of those. I don't have one of those, so you know, I really didn't have to sell it to anybody but myself, and I could sell myself on a car pretty easily. I don't really need any extra convincing. So if you can convince the wife or the husband, whatever you're married to, you're gonna probably actually do pretty well, because again, you don't need the extra space. It's just you going back and forth to work. You don't have to do that unless you're carting around somebody like without a license or something, and even then you got one other seat. It's great. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stop raving about it. I know you want one. I know you're gonna go buy one now, and you know, that's great, because I'm proud of you for watching the video. I'm proud of you for subscribing, and I'm proud of you for going out and picking up a car that I never thought I would own. So go ahead, grab one of these, have a good time with it, save some money on gas, save some money on a car. They're not expensive. They're under $3 for a decent one, at least this one was. So again, it's a great automobile. It's gonna get you around. You're not gonna have any problems with it for years to come. And you can probably pass it off to the grandkids one day as like a family heirloom that's, you know, a failed automobile that Honda made for a few years. So it was never really that successful, which is amazing. That's a whole nother topic. So after, you know, everything aside, I upload videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and I will see you in the next video, because I know you're gonna be there, because I know you're hooked on this car now. And yeah, that's really about it. Scooch out.